How's everybody doing today? This is MrNoobTubeGamer back with another video. And this video, I'm going to debunk the PC is cheaper than console argument that fanboys always use. Similar to how I used irrefutable evidence to prove that the PC gaming market is not bigger than the console market, I'm going to do the same thing in this video. So, to start off, someone replied to me already trying to claim that I'm wrong about somehow PCs are cheaper than consoles and use this example to prove it. So let's see if he's right. $350 PC that can play Grand Theft Auto 5 better than a PS4. Well, even if that was the case, it's still not cheaper than a console. Far from it, actually. Let's take a look at this. $189.95 for a used PS4. Or even new, $279 from Best Buy, 500 gigabytes. And you can get like a terabyte for $400. So automatically, you can get a PS4 for $189, while this is $350. And even if it costs the same as a console, let's look at this. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 320 gigabytes, which is a lot less memory than a console. So I proved that whole thing wrong, that this is somehow cheaper than a console, the potato masher. So I debunked that. What else? Oh yeah, sent me another Twitter asshole sent me this. I gotta close a tab because it's too much. Console killer gaming PC. Very interesting. You got 16 gigs of RAM, a terabyte hard drive, you got all these nice specs for £349. But let's convert that to US dollars because that's the relevant currency in this video. That's equivalent to $440 US. So not even close to the price of a console. So nice try, dude. You get like $270 for a new PS4 compared to a $440 console killer. That's apparently cheaper than a console, which is bullshit. So I proved that wrong. Let's see. What else am I going to disprove? Let's look at more console killers in case people aren't convinced. $500 console killer PC. Let's see what this is. Interesting. Even if it's better than consoles, even if it's a console killer and it outperforms consoles, that's like $250 more expensive than a console. So nice try. Because a new PS4 can cost like less than $300. So that's over $200 price difference. So nice try. $250 budget gaming PC, console killer. Very interesting. Let's see what this spec is. Okay, $250 gaming PC, Intel Core i3, GTX 750 Ti, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 250 gigabyte HDD. That's pathetic. How is that a console killer when it underperforms a console? Pathetic. So I think I'm kind of beating on a dead horse when I'm talking about console killers. I already debunked that. There's no such thing as a console killer that's cheaper than a console. I used 4 examples. So I'm done with that. So what else are we going to debunk? So I already talked about the price of a PS4 compared to PCs. Oh, let's talk about the fact that PlayStation is a paid service. PlayStation and Xbox are paid services, and Steam is a free service, which is bullshit because these limited user accounts. people say, well, they only do that because they're trying to protect users from spamming, phishing, and other abuse. So you have to fork over $5 to prevent spam and abuse. Which is interesting, because if that was the case, why are CD keys, retail purchases, and gifts not applicable to removing limited user restrictions if the only reason why they're having limited user accounts is to prevent spamming, when people who use CD keys and retail purchases and gifts to get their games do it legit, and they're legit gamers. They're not spammers and scammers. So that's fucking ridiculous. So the idea that Valve's only doing this to prevent scamming is a stupid argument, because if you're complaining about PlayStation and Xbox having to pay for that online, but you're okay with this, you're a fanboy. You have to add $5 to your Steam wallet. Why isn't it not $1, $2, $3, $4? It has to be $5, and CD keys and retail purchases don't apply. That's very suspicious. And you know why that's the case? Because they want money. They want money. They're greedy, just like Sony and Microsoft. Well, people would be like, okay, you're comparing a $5 price to $60 subscription fees. Well, let me get into that too. So, okay, so I would have used the PlayStation because I would have used the PlayStation 4 to give an example of this, but I'm going to use the games with gold because they didn't reveal February free games yet on the PS4, but I'm sure it's the same thing when it comes to the amount of money you save. So $74 in 1 month you get in value. So that automatically cancels out the $60 subscription fee. So the idea that, well, it's more expensive because of the subscription fee is pretty much irrelevant, because you get more than your money's worth off of just 1 month of free games. Look, $15, $30, $10, $20. And Force Unleashed is a pretty good game, so you can't be like, well, it's a shitty game. Or like, these are shitty games. Because if I say that PC games are shitty games, I'm being subjective. Right? So you guys are going to be subjective if you say, well, these games are shitty and they don't actually mean anything. You're getting free games. $74 in games. And it's pretty similar with PlayStation Plus. So don't use the argument, well, you're using two consoles to bring your argument. No. Because with PlayStation, it's pretty much the same thing with the value you get. So shut the fuck up. And the idea that Steam has better sales than PlayStation, look at the recent sale that PlayStation just ended. It started January 20th and ended on the 23rd. Let's look at these games that are on sale, and these aren't all indie games that are on sale. Okay, so I haven't heard of these games. I haven't heard of Assassin's Creed Chronicle games. I don't know what they're about, but still, they're on sale. Pretty good. You got all these games on sale. Game of Thrones this is the only game I think that was like over $5. One of the few games that were over $5. Most of these games were $5 and under that were on sale. So $25 to $6.24. That's a pretty good deal. $10 to $4 is pretty good. $20 to $5, great. And Injustice was actually free for 1 month, so I got that for free. $5 for the 2 Metro games, so $10 for the 2 Metro games, pretty good deal. And Steam doesn't have better deals than this. They don't have worse deals, but they don't have better deals either. Outlast for $5, Whistleblower for like less than $3. Payday 2 for $5. And this is the Crime Wave edition. A lot of these are pretty solid games that you're getting for a good price. Saints Row 4 for $5. Sleeping Dogs for $5 or $4.50. Bounty Hunter, a great PS2 classic, $4. Surgeon Simulator, a long-time PC exclusive that moved to the consoles because consoles are a bigger market, $3.24 on sale compared to $13. So I think Walking Dead Season 2, $5 instead of $25. Order 1886, $5 instead of $20. I think I've pretty much beaten a dead horse. There are more games on this list, but I pretty much demonstrated that the idea that you get more, because of sales, you save money on Steam when you pretty much have identical sales on consoles. So nice try with that. And also, you don't even need to go on the PlayStation Store. You don't even need to wait for Sony to give you a sale to save money on console games. You have the physical market, something you don't really have on PC. Let's type it in. PC used games. Okay, it doesn't even pop up. It does not even pop up. It's other stuff. They're not even games. They're consoles and fucking PCs and all this other crap. $11,000 PC. I'd rather get a fucking car than an $11,000 computer. A $300 gaming chair. But when I type in PC used games, no results pop up. Why? Because there's no physical market. So I think I've proven extensively that that PC is not cheaper than consoles. I debunked the whole console killer bullshit. There's no such thing as a console killer that's cheaper than a console. The idea that Steam is a free service and Xbox and PlayStation are the idea that Steam's a free service and Xbox and PlayStation are a paid service, I debunk that. The idea that the subscription counts towards the expenses of getting a console, I debunk that. And I think that's pretty much all I need to do to debunk this shit. I did a pretty good job debunking the argument that PCs are cheaper than consoles and you save more money. I did a great job, and I used irrefutable evidence to support it, like I always do. So any of these fanboys can make response videos to this all you want, but I'm just speaking the truth. I'm using facts, something you guys don't know about because you're blind fucking fanboys. I used facts to support that the Alienware Alpha is a console and not a PC. I used facts to support this. 8 likes and 412 dislikes because of you fanboys. I won that debate with Fringy, but you fanboys are too blind to see it. I demonstrated the idea that PC fanboys don't understand economics. Fanboys didn't like that. And I used irrefutable evidence. I used actual sources and actual evidence and facts to support the claim that PC gaming is not a bigger market than console gaming. And I did the very same thing, proving that PC gaming is more expensive and it's not cheaper than consoles in this video. So eat it up, fanboys. Suck it, because I just proved you guys wrong once again.